Hey there, Leos. Hope you're doing well. Mwah. Sending you some love. This is your December 2018 Horoscope channel message from Spirit Horoscope. So, for those of you new to me, hey, my name is Kelly, and I always start these by channeling a message straight from Spirit to you, getting straight to the heart of the matter of what's going to help you grow and enjoy the month ahead. And then I always follow up with a Celtic cross that I've already pulled from Doreen Virtue's Archangel Power Tarot cards to really get you the nitty gritty details so that you get the most out of this month, because I want you guys to have everything you want. So without further ado, Leo, here is your message. Okay, Leos, you're still shifting, you're still shifting, you're still shifting. But be a little proud. We feel in a lot of your energies that you have started to step into your own more, that you've started to kind of own who you are more, and you're starting to be okay, that you do have a knack to lead trends, that you do have a knack to rally people and get things done. And you're now refining that it's okay to not have to do that for other people all the time, that it's okay to say yes or no to some of them, that it's okay to prioritize your happiness, and it's okay to prioritize how many projects you do take on so that you can also enjoy your life. So be proud of yourself for that growth. Now you're just you're shifting it still. Before it was like a major lesson, a karmic lesson, a soul level lesson, but now you've taken the leap to, hey, it's okay if I do this. Now you're refining it so you don't feel bad or guilty with it. Because if you feel bad or guilty, the energy that you're sending off is to the other person is you're not enough. You won't be able to do it on your own. Instead, shift it, refine it a little bit with the, wow, that is a great project. I love your passion for it. I know that I personally don't have the time to invest in this right now. I know that there's someone out there who does have the time and who can meet you exactly where you're at. I look forward to seeing this project launched. I can't wait to enjoy it and sit back and enjoy it. It's going to happen. Do you see the slight difference there? One is viewing the person as disempowered. The other is viewing the person as empowered. You're not the solution for them, but that solution's out there, and you know that they're going to find it. That's what we wish for you, because what that will do for you is it will relieve the little bit of feeling bad, the little bit of your time and your mental space, your mental energy going towards other people. It will get you back. Now that you've created the physical space, the physical time to do stuff that you like, it will actually get the mental pie and the emotional pie. Instead of your energy, even though you haven't given them your physical time, you're giving them a little bit of your mental and your emotional energy. That will come back to you so that you actually get to enjoy your time by the pool or enjoy the hike out in the forest more. So you're finding and retuning to call all of your energy back to you to ultimately get you into enjoying the life that you've crafted for yourself, Leos. So without further ado, we invite Kelly to pull the Celtic cross. And I do want to let you guys know that about the workshop coming up December 15th. If you guys are dreading going home for the holidays, or if there's anybody toxic in your current life right now, just click the link and read all the details, and I'll come live and tell you guys more about it later. But Leos, let us get to your Celtic cross. Okay, in terms of for the basis of your month, oh, this is interesting. This is a good basis, Leos. So you've got the sun as the basis of your month, which is definitely a very time of coming into your own, happy, joy. You're feeling exuberant. You're feeling joyful. You're moving ahead very happily. Yeah, and then okay, so this is the basis of the month. It's a good month for you. Happy times are ahead. The reason why that's all coming up for you, though, is because you've been asking for happiness for a reason, but for a long time now, you just want to enjoy life more. You want more money. You want more love, more sex, more dates, whatever it is. But because it's reversed, it means that you don't know how to fully be happy yet. You're still in the process of defining what happiness means for you, Leo. Is it getting involved in projects and marching in marches? Is it working a corporate job? Is it doing your own thing? Which one is it? Because the energy that's like crossing these two, this is a powerful month for you to define what happiness is for you. And it's kind of like being okay in that space and energy of if you're in America, the first 18 years of life, society tells you what happiness. It means going to school, going on time, perfect attendance, honor roll, good grades. And then like after that, plunk, you're just plunked out into the real world, expected to like know how to be an adult and take care of yourself. So there's some energy of defining happiness and success by other people's. And it kind of means like, when you're growing up, you define success as happiness is what your parents and your family taught you. It's kind of like you're coming into your own to make your own definition. Because what's crossing these two is the perspective major arcana card. So you got two major arcana cards. So this definitely is kind of like that story, that transition period where you're going from like teenage to adult, where you're going from being the office admin to the HR manager. It's like that defining moment of life. And it's all about gaining a new perspective of the, like, it's okay to kind of break a little free from the family that, like one example I could give you is like a lot of my family is overweight, and a lot of it was because food was associated with love. If you ate 2 platefuls and stuffed your belly, it meant grandma did a good job cooking. So we had happiness as defined as overeating. It's kind of coming to your own, like, you know what? I define happiness as having a stomach that's not overstuffed, a stomach that feels good after I eat. It's okay. You got to gain a new perspective that it's okay to define your own happiness. You're not betraying anyone from your past by defining your own, Leos. So that's what the basis of the month for you is about, Leos. You're not betraying anyone just because you're in a process of defining what happiness is for you. In terms of what happened in the recent past, you got the 7 of Michael card. So it's kind of like, upright means there's a better course of action. There's a better course of action, and there's something else that you want to do. When it's reversed, it's kind of like you were ignoring that there was a better way to do it, that there was a different way to do it. You were just completely ignoring that there was a different way to get things done. So be okay with that, because that's in the past. And sometimes it's kind of like the ostrich sticking his head in the ground. That's okay if that happens. In terms of what's happening in the current moment, you got the 2 of Gabriel reverse. Yeah, so in the current moment, now you got the 2 of Gabriel reverse. The Gabriel is a little bit of a better suit to get to the Michael, but there's still, when it's upright, it means that you're starting a new adventure. It means that you're taking the chances and the risks. Like reverse, it means that you're stalling right now. There's a little bit of stagnation. There's a little bit of stalling. There's a little bit of, it's kind of like you think that your actions have great impact on other people. And if you have like, the narcissistic person in your family, they do kind of overreact with like, if you do that, then I'll feel horrible. So it can lead people to think that their actions are of great significance to other people and the impact on the other people's happiness. You cannot sacrifice your happiness for other people's happiness. That is not living life. That's not living life. So there's something that you're stalling on, also because you are afraid that it will impact and hurt the other person. So love yourself for how much you love the other person. We'll see what else is coming up ahead for you. You got to be okay with knowing that, like, hey, Mom, I know this might disappoint you, but I really got to do this thing. Like, I know you're taking it as, like, I had to have this conversation before. I was like, it's not saying I don't love you, Mom. Here's the ways that I've shown I love you. This is how I express it. This is feeling a little forced to me. And quite frankly, I'm a little too tired to go to the park right now. And she had her little downward spiral, but, like, I had to sleep. You got to do that for yourself. Okay, in terms of what's coming ahead in the future for you, yeah, okay, you have a decision to make this month, Leo, and it really is like coming in the future, the decision's gonna come to full front. It's kind of like you won't be able to ignore the issue anymore. You won't be able to ignore it anymore. And I just want to give you a bunch of love and encouragement that you're not betraying anyone. Hey, Elizabeth, and hey, everyone who's catching this live. So you're gonna have let me pull a clarifying card for this one. Yeah, you're gonna have a choice to make in the coming future about how you want to lead your life, and the choice is definitely going to do with your action that you want to take to ultimately, Raphael, of how you want to enjoy life, and that is kind of the suit of love, the suit of romantic relationships. So it's maybe you've had that overbearing mom, and it's like, Mom, just because I'm going on a date, it doesn't mean I don't love you. It doesn't mean you're not going to be important, significant in my life, but like it can kind of be that kind of a situation. Or like maybe it's the boss who's asking you to work like 2 overtime projects. It's like, You gotta be willing to say, like, Matt, I'm so sorry. This is gonna disappoint you. I know you're used to me doing all these projects, but like, I can't. I get to really knock it out of the park, project A, project B, and this project C overtime project. I really got to focus on those so I knock them out of the park. If I take this other project on, I won't be able to fully dedicate my time to them, and I'll do a half-ass job on all of them. That's not what I want. I want to do an A+ job on these 3. It's okay if what you want to reserve your time for is to have time to go on dates. You got to be okay with balancing that. Am I going to take the overtime or the work, or am I going to take the date? Just to try to give you guys a couple of different scenarios of how this might be playing out in your life. In terms of your personal power this month, wow, guys, in terms of personal power this month, you guys got the 4 of Gabriel reversed. Upright, it's the happy card, blissful times. It's just day-to-day happiness, enjoyment. When it's reversed, your personal power this month, Leo, is knowing that you don't have to sacrifice your happiness for other people. If you are sacrificing your happiness for other people's happiness, you're doing something wrong. That's called being a slave. That's like, you don't have, your personal power is knowing that that's not what love is. A lot of times people grow up and they think that love is sacrifice. Love means that you do things you don't want to do for the other person. Are there sometimes, yes, you will do things for the sake of the other person's enjoyment, and like the activity itself won't bring you enjoyment, but you know your honey bunny will love it, or you know that it'll really make your mom happy. Yes, you do it. But if it's at the expense of your personal safety, if it's at the expense of your emotional well-being, that's a different story. If it's oh, my mom really wants to go see this movie. Okay, I'm going to go see it with her, even though I don't like the movie, but it'll make her happy. That's okay. If I don't go see this movie with her, she might go off the deep end and do something ridiculous. Okay, I'm not going to finish my homework for school and pass and get good grades and go to college or go to my vocational school so that she can be happy. You're sacrificing your future well-being and your future financial being to make her happy. That situation needs to play out a little bit more like, oh, Mom, like, yeah, I see that movie's coming out that you really like. That's opening date. Mom, shoot, I've got a big test the next day. I think it'd probably be a little bit better for me if I stayed in and studied that night, but I so want to go with you. Can we go right after my test? If the person, whether it's your mom, a lover, a dater, if they downward spiral, that's called bullying. That's called putting too much pressure on you. That's when you got to be okay with focusing on your financial future, focusing on your school, saying like, hey, sorry you're having that reaction. I love you. That's why I want to go immediately after my test is done. And I don't understand where the reaction is coming from because I do love you. You got to be okay with that, Leos. You got to be okay with that. That's your personal power this month. Wow. Outside influences are flat out, it's over. It's over. A situation, a person, experience, a work situation, like it's over. Maybe even pining after a lover, it's over. Maybe even wondering if they're going to come back, it's over. Or it can be about love, because you did get another love card in here, but it can also be about the old way of getting things done is over. You're going to start, you can't keep going the way that you've been going. Outside influences are, you can't keep going the way that you've been going. Okay, in terms of your hopes or fears this month. Oh yeah, look, you've got a little bit of fear of communication. This is definitely a fear card for you. You're having a little bit of fear of communicating what you really want, communicating what would make you happy. It's kind of like, okay, let's just use an extreme example. Maybe you grew up in the very Christian family, and let's say you like tarot. You're not telling them that you like tarot. I'm not telling you got to come out of the spiritual closet or not. I'm just saying that your fear is what truly makes you happy will hurt someone else. It's kind of like, to give you an example, Game of Thrones, the Lannisters, you know, Tyrion, I might be saying his name wrong, but the midget in the family has been blaming him all along. Like, you're the reason why mom died because you're a midget and you're a monster. And I forgot where I was going with that story. He had to, obviously from a very young age, develop come on guys, that's just not true. It's being that okay with yourself and that okay with makes you happy, so that you don't live a life of, fuck, I'm the reason why mom died. Oh my God, I'm a horrible monster. I guess I should just have a horrible life and never experience love and never blah, 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 blah. You got to flip that around. You know, right now that's what you're doing. You're choosing to, there's something inherently wrong with me. There's something inherently flawed with me. You got to flip that around to, others might react badly to it, but this is what I like, because you're definitely holding back from your passion, thinking that it's going to hurt someone else. In terms of your outcome for this month, so you got the High Priestess card. It's a major arcana card, reverse. So it's all about tapping into your intuition, spiritual growth, activating the third eye, activating your solar plexus. There's just a little bit of your delay. Leo, I don't know how to say it any other way. Every card is literally screaming at me right now, saying that you doing what's best for you does not hurt other people. They might have a bad reaction. They might have wounded energy within them, aka the narcissist, the bully, the hustler. They might have wounded energy and have a very bad reaction. And like maybe might try to make you feel bad for what it is you want to do and who you want to be. But that'd be like Beyonce not being Beyonce. That would have been like her staying in Destiny's Child. I'm sure she probably had some emotions she had to work through to make that decision. Am I betraying the other two? Are they going to think that I just used them to get where I'm at? Are they going to hate me? Is this ruining their career? She had to have her Beyonce moment. She had to go, you know what? I want to try solo. I want to see what that looks like. So there's just a little bit of like you kind of delaying expressing what makes you happy, you delaying your spiritual growth and all of that because you think it might hurt someone else. It's kind of like a lot of energies coming together for you to experience happiness and to experience joy. All the energy is right there for it. You just have to gain a new perspective switch, recognizing that it's safe for you to like what you like and to express it and communicate it and live your life in that way, Leos. All right, so Leos, comment below afterwards if you want to come to my workshop on the 15th. I will help you switch the energy so that you no longer attract toxic relationships into your life. Be there if you want to be there, December 15th, 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. If you have any questions on it, send me an email, kelly@kellylunt.com. And I'm going to come on later and give you guys some more reads. Love you guys. Mwah. Bye.